don't know what else to say at this intro. It's been over a year and a half since I posted, and I'm going to try to make this a one-take video. Oh, well, it's not expecting her to make an appearance. I've been gone for a year and a half. I think the last video that I posted live dated was last May, so May 2018. Gotta stop it with that hand for a second. I've posted a couple of videos here and on the other channel, but a lot of those were pre-recorded things, or I know that I had mentioned that I was moving a lot of the videos from this channel, the ASMR, over to the ASMR channel that I have. And so there's some, but there's not much up to date anymore. So I want to get back into posting, both here and both on the ASMR channel. It's a slow process, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of tell you what I was doing, where I was, and what life looks like moving forward. So that way we kind of have an idea together of what the future is going to look like. I know ultimately I don't owe anybody anything because I'm small, and like, who cares? But I have a lot of fun stories that I want to share, and I thought it would be fun. So let me just throw my phone over the table. Yes, I am in a brand new location. This is a location that you're going to see me in for a while. Maybe not here, but this location as a whole. So I'm just pulling up my channel really quick. When here, my last posted video was a brandless video that I posted in my dorm room. This is dated, let me see, the last live one that I did on this channel was my channel update, which was posted, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, my camera's gonna be really slow and not focus, but it says May 1st, 2018. So what was going on? That month, I was finishing up my junior year of college. I was living on campus. I do have a campus tour video of what my dorm room looked like. I only lived on campus for 1 year. I can talk a little bit about my college experience if you would like. I did it a very untraditional way. But I finished up my junior year and I moved out of my dorm room. I did not return to campus to live for my senior year. So I moved everything out. 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later, school ended May 10th-ish. So 2.5 weeks later, on May 25th, I boarded a plane and flew to Perugia, Italy, where I studied for 5 weeks. I lived in an apartment right outside of Pietracotta Novembre in Perugia, Italy. I can talk a lot about my experience studying abroad if you would like. Parlo piccolo italiano. I speak a little Italian, and I always wanted to go to Italy, and so when I knew that my college was offering an opportunity to study in Italy for an extended period of time, there was no question that that's what I was going to do before I graduated. So I can talk about what it is to study abroad and live in another country. I didn't do a full semester. I knew I didn't want to do a full semester because I'm a homebody, and at this point I was in a relationship and I didn't want to do a long distance relationship for 3.5 months. Like, I knew that was going to be rough and I didn't want to deal with that. And I get homesick easily. But I lived in Italy. I took a philosophy class with some other students that came from my home university and a professor from my home university, and then I took a photography class. So I can put some of those pictures in here if I can figure that out, but if it's one take you won't see it anyway. But a lot of my Italian pictures are on my Instagram, which you can follow me at fidelisdiem. So kind of like this, but just reversed. I got to see, Assisi, Pompeii, Capri, drove through Naples. I was on the island of Ischia, and everybody else that I was with kept calling it Ischia, and that just irritated me because that's not what it was. It's Ischia. I was in Florence, and I was in Rome. I wanted to get to Venice, but because of where Perugia is located and where Venice is located, it just wasn't going to happen with the amount of free time that I had. It stunk, but another reason to go back. Italy, it's just, I can make a whole video on my experience studying in Italy and studying abroad and what it looks like and feels like to live in another country and be in another country and study in another country. My classes were in English, but my professor from my home university was from Italy, so he could speak Italian with us, and my photography professor was from the States but had lived in Italy for the past decade or so, so that was really fun. I was in Italy from May 25th through June 30th, so a full month. I was home for about 19 days when I got home. I should mention, on my way to Italy, I rode in a double-decker airplane. I think it was an A380 from JFK to Philippe de Gaulle in France. I did see the Eiffel Tower, but as we were flying over it. I was home for 19 days, and then my family and I went to Iceland for 10 days, which was really fun and really exciting. I love traveling. I realized today that I've been to 10 different countries around the world, with the 11th one planned coming up for next year, and Iceland is tied. I apologize, you could hear some meowing. There's a new kitty cat I'm hanging out with. But Scotland and Italy and Iceland are definitely on my list of favorites. But we stayed in Iceland for 10 days. Yes, we did spend some time in the Blue Lagoon, but we forgot to take any pictures of it, so there's no evidence of it except for a receipt that my parents have. We did a lot of driving through the moors, the highlands of Iceland, which was really fun. Kind of feels like you're on Mars. We were driving in I don't remember what car we were in, but a lot of the landscapes made really awesome car commercial pictures. So, oh my gosh, this is what happens when I film at night. My mascara gets bad. We hiked the Fimmvörðuháls. I apologize if I say things poorly. I'm learning how to, not actively learning, but I try to figure out how to speak Icelandic. It has been a day. Then, what else did we do in Iceland? We toured Reykjavik, which was really fun. We didn't tour it, we just spent some time ourselves in Reykjavik, walking around. We went to the Vestmannaeyjar, the Westman Islands, and rode a ribboat ride around the island and saw puffins, which was really fun. We hiked on a glacier. Oh, there she goes. Which I don't think it was the E5, which shut down those airports for a couple of years. Wow, a few years ago. The Eyjafjallajökull glacier, it wasn't that one. I think it was another one. In Thorsmark, we hiked the Fimmvörðuháls, I think I said that, which was a 10-mile hike, 15-mile hike. We did in 10 hours. That was fun because we missed our bus back to our car. We missed her at the time, thought it was going to be there at 10 o'clock. It was there at 8 o'clock, so we would have missed it anyway. Ended up spending the night in a hostel. But it was fun. We did a lot of exploring. We went to Vik. Yeah, Iceland is wild, and I would love to go back to Iceland. It should be noted that in June, so between getting home from Italy and going to Iceland, my boyfriend and I celebrated being together for a year, which was really exciting. We went to a really nice restaurant for dinner, shared a really nice bottle of wine. So yeah, my boyfriend at the time was a first level sommelier, which means he knows his wines, and two of his favorite wines of all time are Barbaresco, the Nebbiolo and the Barolo. And so when we went to dinner, we got a Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo and Barolos are considered the kings of wines, like they're really, really good. And I bought him a Barolo from Italy, which, if you want to look into these wines, please be aware that the wine that I bought from Italy for my boyfriend, the cheapest bottle started at $50. 50 euro, so a little bit more than that US. And that was nerve-wracking, bringing that home in a suitcase. So then we get home, it's the beginning of August. On August 19th, my family and I got to see Postmodern Jukebox perform live, which was really fun. But I think the most memorable thing about that evening is not only did I get to go see some gardens that I've always wanted to go see, but my boyfriend asked me to marry him. So if you've been seeing something sparkly and glittery at this point in the video, that's what that is. So that was really fun and really exciting, and it was kind of a fairy tale. And if you want me to talk about that engagement story, I can. It involved bells and rain. So then at the end of August, I started my senior year of college. I was part-time because of the way that my classes fell. Hi. So I got to live at home, and I only went to school Tuesdays and Thursdays, which was really cool. I appreciated it. And I was working. So in March, my junior year, while I was living on campus, I picked up a job at an organization that works with adults with disabilities. And I was working in the direct care aspect of that in the home. So I was a lot of the changing, feeding, things like that. I was working at a home that was mostly medical needs, so a lot of meds and whatnot. So I continued in that position through senior year, though I was there. I wasn't full-time or part-time, something called on-call, and not like a nurse on-call. I was just like, I could pick my hours. If I wanted to work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, okay, I could. If I needed to only work 1 day a month, I could do that, and I was still employed by the company. So I decided that that was best while I was in school, so then I could regulate how much time was spent towards my schooling and planning a wedding. So this was August 18th, 2018 is when we got engaged. My fiance then, at this point, had 2 college degrees. He had one from YTI for pastry, and he got another one from the Culinary Institute of America. So my dude is a little bit of an overachiever. And then he decided to career change. And he started school at a local technical school for masonry. So while I was finishing my senior year of college, he was doing his certificate for masonry. He had already started in a masonry company, but in order to get some of the certification to increase the pay raise, and to allow him to do more things and not just be a laborer, but to become a mason, he decided it was best to go to school. That caused a lot of conflict because he wasn't working and I was working minimally, and planning a wedding is expensive. If you want to know about how to plan a wedding or things like that, let me know. I can tell you. I can also give you all kinds of really good, that I found to be really good and beneficial tips and tricks for planning a wedding. I know, Mama. What is my hair doing? What is my hair? I don't know. It's and then I don't remember much about last year. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. In May, I don't remember the day I graduated. 13th, 14th, May 13th. I graduated college. I graduated my bachelor's degree in psychology, so I have a BS. My intention is to go on for grad school at some point. I don't know when that some point is. In the fall of my senior year, I was doing an internship with the company I work for, but in their behavioral team, which was really fun. I got to observe behavior, get to know some of the caseloads, some of the people that I wouldn't see if I was just working residential. At the end of that semester, that internship ended, but right before I graduated, that team offered me a position. So in May, not only did I graduate college, but I started a full-time position in my field at the place that I wanted to work, in the team I wanted to work in. So it was a really, really cool situation. I got a lot of time in that job. I'm still in that job. I had 2 full days of training we don't do restraints, but we learn proper technique in how to control a situation. And so I had that training today and yesterday. In July, over 4th of July, my fiance and I celebrated our 2-year anniversary. And then my family and I were at one of our favorite places to go every other year. We go to a beach. I'm not going to tell you what beach, but we go to a beach and rent a big house with all of my mom's family and just have a lot of fun for a week. Oh gosh, I'm stiff and sore from training. A lot of physical movements. And then in September, my younger brother got engaged, which is really exciting. They've been together for 5 years. We knew it was coming, but that's really exciting because my parents will take on a totally different role than what they did for me. And then a week and a half after he got engaged, I got married. Wow, those rings are not lining up. Da-da-da. It's not focusing at all. I apologize. So at this point, today is November 7th. We've been married just over a month. Actually, this time last month we were in Grenada for our honeymoon at a sandals resort. 100% recommend. Grenada is beautiful. I love islands, and Grenada is just wonderful. So here I am. That's a little bit of what life looked like over the last year and a half. I did not live with my fiance until before we got married. So this is the house that we're setting up together. The little fur ball that you've seen walking around is my husband's cat, but she's adorable. Her name is Peaches. She likes attention, so yeah. There's nothing really fun and exciting at this point, getting ready to set up our first Christmas or whatever. We don't have a dining room table. We've been using a coffee table in front of a TV for our dining room table every evening. So that's another extra things to take care of. This is a 2-bedroom row home, and the other bedroom we're using as an office for me, but right now it's just I don't even know what. There's a desk, there's a love seat, and there's boxes. That was your eyeball, I'm sorry. The chair for the desk I'm using as a bedside table because I don't have a bedside table on the bed right now. Bed. Hi. You wanna come say hi? Oh, I know. You don't like this. Here's Peachy. Hey, Mama. Okay. So, what have you guys been up to? Anything exciting, fun? I hope good things. If there were bad things, I hope that you were able to find peace in them. I have a couple ideas of what I want to do with this channel. I'm thinking about doing a series on adulting, of like how to write checks, why is your credit important, what do you do if you get in an accident, what do you do for insurance, how do you take care of your car, like things like that, things that we're not taught in school anymore. What is a credit card? What is a debit card? Like, paying bills. What happens if you don't make a payment on a bill? Why you should do your taxes? Like, just stuff like that. I can do lots of story time videos. I'm a human being. I have lots of stories. I can do lots of other stuff too. It might be a bit of a hodgepodge for a little bit. But check out the ASMR channel too. I have some ideas for that as well. I know. So, just wanted to say hi, let you know that I'm alive. Can't tell that's my husband or if that's my neighbors. That's my neighbors. So, yeah, my blog, I'll link down below, which I do write on frequently. That is fidelisdiem.com, I believe, unless WordPress went a little weird. My Instagram I'll have down below as well, fidelisdiem, and I'll have the ASMR channel linked down below as well. So check me out wherever you want. And I'm really excited to make this a thing again. So I'll see you later.